Good morning, world. This is your guy, Black Forrest Gump, and I'm just here to inform, inspire, and entertain. Look, man, today we're going to be talking about communication. Communication is key. But this is for the people that want to learn to communicate. This is not for the people, the lovely people who already know everything. For the people that the problem is never you. If only everybody else would listen to what you say, the world would be okay. Look, man. See, first off, you got to want to be a good communicator. We got people out here saying crazy stuff like, I'm not a people person. What? I mean, you people, you a person. It has nothing to do with being a people person. The problem is you don't want to practice humility. You don't want to practice patience. You don't want to practice kindness. You don't want to be gentle. I know I talk about the fruits of the spirits a lot, right? But look, you're going to need those things in life. In order to be a good communicator, in order to get along with others, you're going to have to practice those things. So many people only want to talk about themselves. They're only interested in themselves. And that's the problem. It got nothing to do with being a people person. Look, man, you're not the only person on this planet. It's billions of people. You're going to have to learn to be a good communicator if you're going to get past wherever you at right now. And like I said, this might not be for everybody. If you okay where you at, more power to you. It's funny how people that say that they not people, right? They not a people person. But soon as somebody got some money for them or somebody got something for them, all of a sudden they a people person.
Oh my God.
I used to have casual sex with this young lady. And then after it was over, we would have pillow talk. And she would actually say things to me like, now, you lucky that we be doing this because I ain't no people person and I don't be really close to people. And I'm like, am I lucky? I mean, when you call me and be like, you coming over, you sound like a people person then. That's what I mean, man. Everybody's a people person. You a people. You a person. Like I said, you just don't want to change your ways. You don't want to practice kindness. You don't want to practice humility. You're stuck in self-centeredness. You think people lucky to be in your presence. But if you like me, and you actually do care about other people's opinions, you do actually care about other people's points of view, I guess at the end of the day, you just actually care about people. And sometimes your conversations get twisted around and you end up in arguments and debates that you never really meant to get there. And you're like, how did I get here? Look, man, we got to learn to put ourselves in the other person's shoes. We got to learn to really listen, to understand, not just listen to respond. Look, man, open your hearts, open your minds. Understand that our way of thinking is not the only way. Other people got value to add. Other people got things to say. Hear what they got to say. Don't always be looking to win the argument. It's not an argument. It's a conversation, man. Learn to communicate. Value what other people have to say. Look, in order to be a good communicator, you're going to have to be humble. You're going to have to be patient. You're going to actually have to care about what the other person has to say, man. Look, start being a good communicator today. Don't try to be the most important. Don't try to be the most loud, the most seen. Be the most humble. Be the most impactful. Be the most helpful. Look, man, this is your guy, Black Forrest Gump. See you around Greensboro. I just felt like running. And like I said, man, I'm just here to inform, inspire, and entertain. If you learn something, I love that. If I inspired you, have a great day. And if I did entertain you, it's okay.